Well, my music was infringed on. I'll tell you about the Roy Dix, that Alabama Dixon song was taken to me, and me and Jimmy had the bust up, and I had it copyrighted. And I had the Birmingham jail copyrighted. They didn't know it. And so, just as quick as it happened, I wrote to Columbia about it. I went that line about it, talked to the man about it. Well, I couldn't stand for to be infringed on, no such way, and so they said that they'd pick me up next time, and I decided I would put in a claim against them, and I put in a claim against my rights, and I gained it. And Frank Terry was my lawyer here in Columbus, Georgia. He's dead now. He died around about 40. Well, they told me if they wouldn't bother nothing else I had, that they'd pay me for it. So Frank died about 40. So I ain't been able to get no lawyer before, but he's really stuck to me. And they come down from New York, the lawyers to Atlanta, and asked him for a settlement. So we had him up out of sleep. So, so they wanted a settlement, and I settled with them on good terms. And so they paid me what we asked. He come to me though and told me, he said, "Now, Tom, if you don't want to settle, so we'll carry this thing on. So they might keep us in court for 5 years, but says we'll win." But says, "It seems like you need some money," and says, "If you want to settle it, I'll settle it. If you don't, we'll crack it on." And says, "I'll settle with them if you want to." I said, "Well, I'll settle with them on terms that on good terms, and all I want's fair and right." And I says, "If they won't borrow nothing else that I got, and I won't borrow little." And so that's the way I sell them. They pay me. So since then, my music all been handled. So first thing, not long ago, 2-3 years ago, I began to hear some music that I trusted, different ones, to try and get something done about it, something to take it from me. So I heard the music and recognized it. So this year, one that I had trusted with it, I think it let them have it. This year, like Gazelle was playing it, and 2-3 more, I don't know, there's about 4 on there. I have a list of it, and Columbia sent it to me. And where they got it at, I don't know who let them have it, but Columbia told me where they got it at, because they didn't want to have no more trouble about it. But that's now kind of blown over now, and ain't nothing. They don't do nothing about it, they're still taking it. Want to do it like they want to, and mixing all the music up with my other music. Well, I went to tell you how there used to be, I thought, control of the music in Washington, but they ain't now. There is, I don't know about it. It's just reading it recently. The law has just come into effect again.
I don't understand how music gets all mixed
I do
up.
say this. If a musician did have a control of Washington, of the copyrights and music, we would be a whole lot better off in our country today with everything else. Because one copyright is the same as anything else. They take one copyright out of that, they'll take something else.
Yeah.
And I do say that, and it would be a better thing for the government to control it and get something out of it for them. Like it's going, they don't get nothing out of it. And it would be a great thing for the government to take over the music that's copyrighted.
It would be good if you could collect royalties now on your music.
Well, they collect the royalty and so much for the government. See, that's the way it could be, huh?
We was talking about a few things a while ago. Now you say you played the straight guitar.
Straight guitar, fretter. I'm a fret. I'm a fret the guitar with the frets. That's a hand fret. See?
And
Todd
played
is a banjo. He was a banjo player, but he played steel guitar. A banjo player makes a better steel guitar player than a fretter.
And you did the lead singing on the record.
I done the lead. I was the leader.
Well,
tenor son.
on the records that just has a solo, just one voice, you doing all the singing.
Yeah.
Well, do you still have your guitar that you made records with?
Well, yes, I have.
You don't know if Jimmy Tarleton has his old steel guitar.
No, I don't know whether he has the same one or not, because Jimmy's awful swapper. He swaps so much. He just swaps himself off sometimes.
Well, did he use the same steel all through the recording?
The same one?
The same guitar. Did he use the same guitar? Or
No,
did he
he'd have a different guitar every time.
I know it sounds a little different on some of them. I just wondered if he swapped, he got another one.
He'd sell his guitar and then buy another one before he went back. He'd have more different guitars than I did. Well, I had several different ones. I'll tell the truth, I had several different guitars.
Well, would you mind taking
what
one
kind
of
of
your old guitar that you did do some recording with and just make a chord or two just to get the sound of it on there?
Well, you can stop that, and I might.
Yeah.
Do you still play now? I mean,
Yeah,
do you ever play any
Yeah,
now?
I play some. You stop that now, and I can.
All right, we'd like to hear you play a little bit, because I try to play a guitar myself, and I'd like to hear how you sound now.
I'll stop that, and I'll get the guitar.
Okay.
Down in the levee so low, late in the evening, hear the train blow, hear the train blow, love, hear the train blow, late in the evening, hear the train blow. Bessie, my darling, Bessie, my dear, Bessie, I love you, foolish I do. Down in the meadow, down on my knees, praying heaven, give my heart ease, give my heart ease, love, give my heart ease. Down in the meadow, give my heart ease. Down in the meadow, down on my knees, praying heaven, give my heart ease. But in case love swinging so low, kiss me once more, love, then I must go.
Man, that was fine.
That was really
nice
good.
Sound.
I enjoyed that.
You would look here
I
then.
didn't get me, no.
We're just looking at this Georgia Wildcats record here now. This was you and this banjo player.
Jess Pitts, he played in me on the Georgia Wildcat Records, and he lives at Butler, Georgia, and I found him over there. I went to Charlotte, North Carolina, and take them with me. As soon as I busted up with Columbia Record Company, and I signed a contract with Ralph Peer of New York. I made 6 selections with it.
You say this is the only one they released.
And the only one they released that I've heard is down in Florida not down in Florida. The only one that release that I heard is
Was this one we're looking at here?
just no Lord, is Fort Benning Blues and Frisco Line. That's the only one two I've heard. But I believe
4 sides and 2 records.
the
Right?
best records is held back some way. I don't know why it wasn't released. And Mr. Pierre, some way, never released it. If he has, I ain't heard it. Well, I signed the contract, those 6 selections of royalty. And if they ever come out, I'm supposed to get royalty on them.
Well,
I haven't got no royalty yet.
do you have all the records that y'all made?
No, I don't have all of them. I have some of them. I wish I did have.
If I can make a list of what you have, I don't have them all myself. And I'll tell you the truth, they're too hard to find, you know.
Yeah, they're hard to find now.
Especially in good playing condition.
I'll tell you one record I'd love to find, that Talking Blues that me and Jimmy made when we was going over the river and brings in about the police is after us and
That
the
wouldn't
catfish fried and in there about the barbecue and all that stuff and just a talking record. See, we just made it up and never composed it.
I've heard that record, but if I ever
Did
come
they-
up
we
on
never-
it,
we never-
I'll see it.
We never just we composed it by the record, by playing, just like I'm talking to you.
Did they release that record?
Yeah, they released it.
Yeah, I've heard it.
Well, I never have had the
I
pleasure of hearing
haven't
that.
got it. I wish I did have it.
I was just trying to think
Uh,
where I heard that record
There's
at.
a good kick in it.
I'm pretty sure I have a few of your records that you don't have. You don't have a tape recorder though, do you?
No, I don't have a tape.
If you had a tape recorder, I could record these things on the tape and send them to you. You know what I have of them that you don't
Well,
have.
if you do record them and send them to me, why?
Well, you don't have a tape recorder, so you have to play it back.
Well, let's see, your
Your
brother got one.
Well, if you got somebody in the family that's got one that you could
Yeah, right on.
play them on, you might like to have them on the tape to keep, you know,
I'd love to have them on tape.
because and when I get what I get of them, I could send them to you.
That's where you find the records in the country. Old people got them old graphing over.
That's where we find a lot.
All mine.
A lot of old records. But I think it would be good if you did have them all. I mean, you
Yeah.
should have them all.